Read from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We're reading from the introduction. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu.
Sorry, but we are not there. We are just one page because we haven't done this. That Bhulakkar ji, malab the Mama Mugdha Jeever Nahi Smrate Krishna Gyan Jeevere Krishna Kelya Krishna Ved Puran. We are just little behind. Yeah, a little more behind.
Krishna Devipanya Vyas has given, first he divided the Vedas and then Mahabharat, then Vedanta Sutra, and then Srimad Bhagavatam.
This one we did in Srimad Bhagavatam. We did here also? I'm not sure.
And
okay.
Then, yeah. And this way it's impossible for us to remember Supreme Lord.
Okay.
So that is the only way suggested by the Lord, and he guarantees the result. There is no doubt. So tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyaya cha mai arpata mano buddhir mam eveshyasi ashamshayah. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna, and at the same time continue your prescribed duty of fighting with your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me. You will attain me without doubt. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, text 7. He does not advise Arjuna simply to remember him and give up his occupation. No, the Lord never suggests anything impractical. In this material world, in order to maintain the body, one has to work. So Krishna is not telling Arjuna, you don't do anything, you just think of me and I will do the fighting for you. No. And suppose we were to do that, oh, I'm going to give up all my material duties. I don't want to do anything. I will give up all my activities and I'm just going to sit down and chant. Then what will happen? How will I maintain myself? And the thing is that I'm not on that level. I'm not that purified like Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur could chant the whole day because he's on that level. So we should not imitate anyone. We should act according to our nature and at the same time chant our prescribed number of rounds here, so like that. So human society is divided according to work in 4 divisions of social order: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. The Brahmana class or intelligent class is working in one way. The Kshatriya or administrative class is working in another way, and the mercantile class and the laborers are all tending to their specific duties. In the human society, whether one is a laborer, merchant, administrator, or farmer, or even if one belongs to the highest class and is a literary man, a scientist, or a theologian, he has to work in order to maintain his existence. The Lord therefore tells Arjuna that he need not give up his occupation, but while he is engaged in his occupation, he should remember Krishna, Mam Anusmara. So this is for us, each and every one of us. Krishna is kind. He knows that all of us won't be able to chant 24 hours a day or hear and read 24 hours a day. He says, so when Lord Chaitanya came 500 years ago, what did he say? Don't change your position. You continue doing what you're doing. Of course, don't do sinful activities. Don't eat meat, gambling, intoxication, and illicit sex. And whatever position you are in society, be there and just chant Hare Krishna. Just chant. That's how kind Krishna is. So each and every person can be given a chance to go back home, back to Godhead. If it was said that only the people who renounce this world can go back to Godhead, then that would be very, very small percentage. Because who is able to renounce the world? And it's not practical to renounce the world. It's not practical to go live in the forest, So if he does in this Kali Yuga, where Arjuna himself said 5,000 years ago it was not practical. So in Kali Yuga, it's even not practical, even more. So if he doesn't practice remembering Krishna while he is struggling for existence, then it will not be possible for him to remember Krishna at the time of death. So when we are struggling for existence, this material world, this material creation, this material existence, we have to struggle very hard. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter, text 7, that these eternal living entities are my fragmental parts, but due to conditioned life, they're struggling very hard. Life is a very hard struggle. We might think only my life is a struggle, but maybe the life of this one or that one is not a struggle. Outside, they look so happy. But each and every one of us, the life is a struggle. Could be any human being, could be even Lord Brahma, could be an ant. Everyone struggles in this material nature. Why? Because that's the rule of the material nature. That's how this material nature is. So what we have to do, we have to practice remembering Krishna every day, every moment, in whatever we are doing. So we connect our activities to Krishna. We try to relate our activities to Krishna, or we try to offer the result of our activities to Krishna. Then in that way, we will be able to remember Krishna at the time of death. Why is it important to understand what we will remember at the time of death? Because we just read a few days ago, whatever we remember at the time of death, we will attain to that, we will be transferred there. So if we think of Krishna, then we will go live with Krishna in Golok Vrindavan, which is the highest planet in the spiritual world. Lord Chaitanya also advises this. He says, Kirtanya Sada Harihi. One should practice chanting the names of the Lord always. The names of the Lord and the Lord are non-different. So Lord Krishna's instructions to Arjuna to remember me, and Lord Chaitanya's injunction to always chant the names of Lord Krishna are the same instruction. There is no difference because Krishna and Krishna's name are non-different. So Krishna, when Krishna, what he's saying, therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna. Here, Krishna's instruction is very simply and very clearly given. Krishna is telling Arjuna, what do? You think of me in my form of Krishna. So that's what we should do. Shyam Sundar form, bluish, blackish, having two lotus hands, holding a flute, lotus eyes, having a peacock feather. That is the form of Krishna. Because many people misinterpret and say we do not have to think of Krishna, but we have to think of something inside of Krishna. But if Krishna had wanted that, he would say it. If somebody comes and asks me that, oh my dear, so-and-so, how may I please you? What would you like to eat? If you come and ask me directly, and if I tell you, yes, maybe I can have this will be pleasing. And so, then you know it. You don't have to speculate, oh, maybe I thought this or maybe I thought that. I just said what I wanted. So Krishna is saying here, think of me in my form of Krishna. So there is no need to speculate. Or he thought maybe he was trying to say this or maybe he was trying to say that. No. So there is, what we have to do is think of Krishna in his form. Now, when Lord Chaitanya says, Kirtanya Sada Hari, always chant the names of Krishna. Why he's saying? Because that way we can always associate with Krishna. We can always remember Krishna. Because Krishna is on the absolute platform. He's not on the mundane platform like us, where our name and our person is different. If we chant, say mango, 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 it's not that we are eating the mango and tasting the mango and our belly is being filled with the mango. No, the mango is different than its name mango. Or even some person that we are remembering so much, we say his name, not that we are with him then, But Krishna is there. There's no difference in his name. There's no difference in Krishna and his name. In the absolute status, there is no difference between reference and referent. Therefore, we have to practice remembering the Lord always, 24 hours a day. How? By chanting his names and molding our life's activities in such a way that we can remember him always. So we have to remember Krishna. And then let's read this, because how can we remember Krishna? How is this possible? The acharyas give the following example. If a married woman is attached to another man, or if a man has an attachment for a woman other than his wife, then the attachment is to be considered very strong. One with such an attachment is always thinking of the loved one. The wife who is thinking of her lover is always thinking of meeting him, even while she's carrying out her household chores. In fact, she carries out her household chores even more carefully, so her husband will not suspect her attachment. Similarly, we should always remember the supreme lover, Sri Krishna, and at the same time perform our material duties very nicely. A strong sense of love is required here. If we have a strong sense of love for the Supreme Lord, then we can discharge our duty and at the same time remember him. But we have to develop that sense of love. Arjuna, for instance, was always thinking of Krishna. He was the constant companion of Krishna, and at the same time, he was a warrior. Krishna did not advise him to give up fighting and go to the forest to meditate. When Lord Krishna delineates the yoga system to Arjuna, Arjuna says that the practice of this system is not possible for him. So how can we remember Krishna while continuing our duties is that acharyas are saying that if a woman, if she has a lover who's not her husband, then that attachment is very strong because she has a husband, yet her attachment is to somebody else. So what she'll do all her work properly. Whatever work she has to do, she'll do it properly so that she can meet her lover, so that others don't know of this attachment. Similarly, whatever is our material duties, we should carry them out to the best of our capability. Why? For the pleasure of Krishna. Krishna does not want us to become useless people in society. He wants us to be contributing individuals in society. And so we should do our work for the pleasure of Krishna. At the same time, continue our hearing, chanting, reading, whatever is that we have been asked to do. Follow the process. Follow the process. It's not easy, but we should do both. We have to do our hearing and chanting prescribed rounds and take care of our material duties properly. Because if we take care of them properly, as a matter of duty, not that, I don't want to do it because it's troublesome, but for the pleasure of Krishna, then Krishna is pleased and we can go back home, back to Godhead. And we get purified, and that gives us a detachment. It helps us to detach ourselves from this material world. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Were there any questions, comments, or anything?
No, all clear.
Yeah. So we can stop here for today. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.